geometric modeling task. The task I'm going to do today is on geometric modeling. For geometric modeling, you're going to need two formulas. Alright? First formula you're going to need is the area formula. Area equals length times width. The second formula you're going to need is your perimeter formula. Perimeter equals 2 times the length times 2 times the width. Alright, so we get a problem. It says a rectangle has an area of 90 square feet. Area, that tells you you're going to use the area formula for this problem. So we're going to write it backwards. Length times width equals area. Actually, we're going to do it. Write it down here. Length times width equals area. Alright, so we need that formula. So as soon as you see that word area, you might want to write that down. Alright, now the second sentence says the length of the flower bed will be 9 feet less than 4 times the width. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to find the one that comes at the end of the sentence, which is the word width. Alright, that is going to become our x. So right away we write width, or W, equals x. Now, we're going to write the length in terms of that. Alright, so the length, that's going to be written in terms of that x. So what we do is we come to the end of the sentence. It says width. Well, width we said was x. So we write an x in there for that. Then we go backwards. Now it says 4 times the width. So we got to do 4 times that. So 4x. And then it says 9 feet less than. All right, 9 feet less than means minus 9. All right, and then it goes to the word length. So we're done. So we have our width, we have our length. Our width is x, our length is 4x minus 9. All right, so now we're going to go to our area formula. We're going to plug in what we know. We know the length, that is 4x minus 9. We know the width, that is x. And then we know the area, they gave us that, they said it's 90. Okay, so now you can actually write this answer on this line for the equation. You can use that as your equation. All right, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify it. First thing I have to do is I have to distribute this x into the parentheses. So x times 4x gives me 4x squared. X times negative 9 gives me negative 9x equals 90. And then I want to get a 0 on this side. So I'm going to subtract 90. Subtract 90. So I get 4x squared minus 9x minus 90 equals 0. And that's the equation I'm going to put on the line. 4x squared minus 9x minus 90 equals 0. All right, so now we're going to use that equation, all right, to find our length and our width. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to use the graphing calculator to do that. All right, so I'm going to show you how to use the graphing calculator, and a graphing calculator will be available to take the test. So I'm going to turn it on. That's that bottom button. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to y equals. And I'm going to put in there, it says y sub 1 up top, and I'm going to enter that equation. All right, so I'm entering in there. So 4, the x key is right here. It's beside this alpha key, all right, x. And then the square key is right down here. It's the 5th one down in this row. So it says x squared. So x squared. And then minus 9. And then the x again. And then minus 90. All right. So once I have my equation in the calculator, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit second and the graph key, and it's going to pull up the table. Now, what I'm looking for is when y sub 1, when that's equal to 0. And if we go down here, all right, I just pulled it up a little bit. All right, you can see that when it's 0, the x is 6. So that is a solution for this problem, all right? So we would write down here x equals 6. All right, now this line we're going to fill in with the dimensions. Again, they want the dimensions. So we need the width and we need the length. All right, so the width we already said was x, and x is 6. So the width is 6, and we can put feet behind that. So we have our units. All right, and then the length, we have to put the 6 in. So 4 times 6 minus 9. So it gives us 24 minus 9, which gives us 15. So the length equals 15. All right, now we have our width and we have our length. All right, so now we're going to answer this question. All right, B, and it is if you have 40 feet of fence to border the rectangle, do you have enough to surround? All right, surround, that tells us we're using perimeter. All right, our perimeter formula is 2L plus 2W. Okay, the flower bed, explain your reasoning. All right, so we're going to see if we have enough. So we're going to find the perimeter for what we have. So we put P equals 2 times the length, which we said is 15, plus 2 times the width, which we said is 6. So 2 times 15 is 30, plus 2 times 6 is 12, and we get 42. So we would need 42 feet, all right? But we only have 40 feet, so we do not have enough. And we would explain that. We do not have enough to surround the flower bed. We need 42 feet, but only have 40 feet. So we need 2 more feet. All right. So again, we do not have enough to surround the flower bed. We need 42 feet, but only have 40 feet. So we would need 2 more feet of fence. All right. So that's how you're completely answering this question. All right. So I'm going to do another one. We'll go a little quicker with this one though. All right. So again, we have the area. So we know we need our area formula. Length times width equals area. All right. And again, here's the second sentence. So we need our length and our width. So length equals width equals. Width's at the end of the sentence, so that automatically just becomes x. Then we write length in terms of that, so we work backwards. It says 4 times the width, so it becomes 4x, and then 1 foot less than. So that's minus 1. All right? And now we have our width and we have our length. So we plug them in, plug everything into our formula. So we got length, which is 4x minus 1, times width, which is x, equals the area they gave us was 33. All right, we distribute our x. So I got 4x squared minus 1x equals 33. And then I subtract 33 because I want a 0 on one side. So minus 33 minus, so we get 4x squared minus 1x minus 33 equals 0. And again, that's the one I'm going to put on line. 4x squared minus 1x minus 33 equals 0. So that's the equation I'm going to write on the line, right? And that's also the equation I'm going to put in the calculator. So again, take out the calculator, all right? We're going to go to y equals again in the corner. I'm going to clear that out, so I just hit the clear button, all right? And we're going to put in 4x squared minus, we can put 1x or you can just put x, and then minus 33. And that's the equation we're going to use. So again, once we get our equation in there, we hit the second key and the graph key. It pulls up a table. And again, in the table, we're looking for a 0. So you can see these numbers are going up, so I need to go that way. So I hit the up arrow key. You can hit the up and down arrow key to scroll through the table. So I need to go this way. And there's a 0. All right, the 0 is 3, 0. So my x is 3. That's all I use the calculator for. I get my x. X equals 3. So now the width becomes x. So the width is 3 feet. You should put your units there. All right, the length. All right, the length I got is 4 times x, which is 3 minus 1. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 1 is 11. So I put 11 in there, 11 feet. Again, put your units on there. All right. Now, last question is, again, it's a surround, so we need automatically write our perimeter formula. P equals 2L plus 2W. All right, P equals 2 times the length, which we said up here is 11, plus 2 times the width, which we said was 3. So we got P equals 22 plus 6, which gives us 28. We have 25 feet. So again, we're not going to have enough fence. So we say that. We can say it this way. We need 20. Oh, we have enough. We have 28 feet. Right? We need 25. Oh no, we only have 25 feet. We need 25. We need 28 feet of fence, but only have 25, so we don't have enough. We need 3 more feet. All right, so those are your tasks. Now I'm sending you this worksheet so you can follow along, you can do it. And also on this worksheet, there are 2 more problems on the back side for you to do. And I will send you the answers for these. I'm not doing a video for that. All right.